Hi, I'm David.
I'm Andrew.
I'm Ryan. We are reviewing the Iron Man 3 official trailer that came out this morning.
Or Dark Knight Rises.
Whoa.
Oh.
It looks dark, but gut reaction, I'm a big fan.
Me too. Marvel Avengers made all the money for a reason.
Yeah. I actually wasn't that big of a fan of any of the Iron Man movies or the Captain America or Thor, and then I saw the Avengers, and it just reinvigorated everything, and now I see this, and I'm like, I'm there.
I wasn't a huge Iron Man 2 fan, loved Iron Man 1, and I think I'm going to love
at.
this movie because the trailer's pretty badass. Let's talk about Shane Black for a second.
Yes, let's talk about
We
Shane
can wait
Black.
until we get to an image. Okay.
Let's talk about Shane Black.
We'll talk about Shane Black, who wrote and directed this. This is the first one that he's writing and directing. It used to be Jon Favreau who directed them.
Who's still in the
playing
movie.
Happy Hogan.
He's still in the movie.
Shane Black is awesome.
Shane Black's the man. You know, Shane Black is almost just as responsible for Robert Downey Jr. being in Iron Man 1 as Jon Favreau. I mean, Jon Favreau obviously championed him against the studio's wishes. But Shane Black directed him in Kiss Kiss Bang Bang.
Yeah,
you know, he was going through a tough time in his life after, all of his drug, whatever. And Shane Black took a chance on him, and Kiss Kiss Bang Bang is amazing.
And now Robert Downey Jr. is in the midst of one of the biggest career comebacks we've ever seen.
And rightfully so, because he's just a cool mother effer.
Yeah. So, right off the bat, they established the tone is way darker.
So he has a lot of. He says he has a lot of apologies, but we don't really know
yeah,
why.
and also that's
he
a good
saved the world.
It's a good point. He mentions what happened in New York, which is what happened at the end of the
Which
Avengers.
is great because everybody's wondering that.
Everybody's wondering one person that didn't see Avengers.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Everybody's wondering how tier 2 independent Marvel character movies are going to handle.
He also has a strange task, Shane Black, because Iron Man, unlike Captain America and Thor, had 2 movies before the Avengers.
Yeah.
So the arc is completely different for him. So let's talk about this and the storyline that this movie kind of follows. And now we're giving a spoiler alert because it follows a certain storyline. None of us have read the script. We don't know what's going to be in the movie, but just kind of the hints that we've gotten from trailers.
And Wikipedia.
So yeah, exactly. In 2005, they had Extremis storyline where kind of it redefined who Iron Man was. Oh, he doesn't have the wrist thing on the other hand.
No, he doesn't.
That's interesting. So do you think he's using the Extremis virus thing?
Yeah, so Extremis is nanotech scientific Marvel stuff where you can have the Iron Man suit inside your body. Or at least you control it from your blood.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we think that this may have something to do with that storyline.
And Extremis also introduced the idea, it retconned Tony Stark, saying that instead of the jungles of Vietnam, where he was originally captured, it was the deserts of Afghanistan.
Gotcha.
Which obviously the next year, or a few years later with Iron Man, the movie, they took into account.
Yeah, now it's also interesting. It's obviously going in darker directions. A lot of the problem I had with Iron Man 2 is that it got really slapsticky at times. Him peeing in the suit, it just became a little bit too light. The first Iron Man was a kind of a nice answer to Chris Nolan's Batman movies, which everybody loved, but it was also kind of a lighter movie, a little more fun and not as harrowing. But as much as, and I love the Christopher Nolan Batman movies. Calm down, internet. But Iron Man 2 went a little too far in that direction, and this one seems to be kind of coming back. I mean, Tony Stark is a dark character. He's an alcoholic in the comic books.
That was my big problem with Iron Man 2. Iron Man 2, they treated his alcoholism as a bro.
Punchline.
Yeah, as a bro at college.
Yeah.
Like
Mickey
a college
Rourke.
party, just having fights with people.
It's a little tough when, he is, in the comics, and the movies are different than the comics, but he's an alcoholic character. So to take that and, just put a glass of whiskey in his hand in every scene and never acknowledge
turn him into kind of like a douchebag who just gets in fights with people. It was kind of demeaning, I think, to the character. And also, Iron Man 2 is an incredibly inconsequential movie. You could skip from Iron Man 1 to Iron Man, or to
the Avengers. It's kind of the same thing.
And really, the only thing they did is introduce Black Widow.
Yeah,
and she was so much a better character in the Avengers than she was in Iron Man 2. Anyway.
Here is Guy Pearce as Aldrich Killian, who is also a character in the Extremis storyline.
Yeah.
Which kind of hints more that'll play.
Also, if we go back for a second.
Sure.
If we look, Jarvis has a birthday hat on.
Or dunce cap, as you said before.
It could be a dunce cap, could be a birthday hat. We don't know.
And there we see all the different Mark suits beforehand.
I love Gwyneth Paltrow in the
motion
series,
capture hat on there.
So
not really. This was the only kind of deflating thing. He's giving this really moving monologue, and then they cut to him, and he's kind of wearing this funny thing on his face, which I wasn't prepared
Out of
for.
the Avatar making.
It also seems
that was such a cool shot.
Yeah, that's really cool.
Like,
it also seems like they're playing a lot more into his relationship with Pepper Potts.
Yeah,
in this
which is
movie.
great because I really think Gwyneth Paltrow was one of my favorite things. Their banter in the first movie is what made it great.
So all the suits are blowing up. I don't know what kind of explosive they have, but man, like it seems pretty easy to blow up those suits.
I know.
All right, David.
So this is Iron Patriot. In the comics, it's actually Norman Osborn from the Spider-Man universe.
Yeah, but is it the what suit is it?
This, at least on IMDb trivia, it says it's just War Machine suit.
That's what I thought.
The idea is that
Which War Machine is known for having the guns that come up on his back. That's kind of and he's silver, but if he's red, white, and blue, you can't really.
So the idea is that it's supposed to be Captain America's sort of patriotism in an Iron Man suit. So that's why he's got the same sort of decor.
But we don't know who's inside the suit. We saw
terrifying.
hints. We saw hints of this.
Another Dark Knight Rises reference: people falling out of a
plane. This was in production though. Wow.
A few
before they saw it.
Production stills, like behind the set photos, came out showing like 30 people strung together that they thought was part of a plane crash, which seems to be the
that set piece looks. Oh, those are the magical rings.
So yeah, the Mandarin has.
Yeah, we should talk. The guy
10 rings, and each ring has a different power.
The narrator. The guy narrating right now is the character, the Mandarin, which is played by Ben Kingsley, who's
not
again
Chinese.
Who's again doing such an interesting voice and dialect.
Not at all the voice I would have ever.
I didn't even know. I couldn't even tell if it was him.
Yeah, I'm not criticizing it at all. I
think
it's very
amazing.
Fascinating.
I mean, Ben Kingsley. It's spoiler alert. Ben Kingsley is an amazing actor.
Yeah.
Despite some choices he's made as of late. Thunderbird's arc.
Boring.
Also, what is this stuffed bunny in the background?
Maybe it's a present.
Here's a
question. It must be someone's having a birthday.
Yeah, Jarvis.
Here's a question regarding the magical rings or whatever. Iron Man 1 and 2 came out before any of the other Marvel movies in the MCU, the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Do you think they'll embrace kind of the magic and kind of...
Like the Loki Pokey stick?
Loki Pokey stick?
Yeah. I guess they could if they have Loki.
I mean, at this point... Sky's the limit.
Yeah, I mean, after the Avengers, it's hard to think
that's
that they need
a good question, though, because it does seem odd. Like, in the Avengers, it totally worked. Like, the magic element, because you were tying in Thor and everything like this. In the Iron Man Alone universe, it seems a little odd.
Yeah.
But we'll see how they handle it. I mean, I don't know. It looks great. Like, I can't say anything besides that, like, it looks epic.
Looks like it belongs more in the Avengers. It just looks so epic, and the CGI is just freaking great.
Yeah, it is really good. Even the water looks good, which is always so tough with CGI.
Yeah.
It's
scared
an odd,
for Tony, guys.
It's an odd climax to
now,
go
this
underwater.
shot, do we know, is this coming out in 3D?
POV. Yeah, it is. Another interesting thing, they don't advertise 3D at all in this, and we know it's coming out in 3D.
Because no one likes 3D.
I clearly did not.
Yeah.
Guys, Tony's in trouble here.
Notice the 3 is beat up because he is beat up.
I was actually thinking that they were going to do that.
And like, this is such a dark ending to, not this.
I love this.
This coming up here is such a dark ending to this trailer. Like, he must be cold.
Kind of has that Uncharted 2 feel. Just joking. But no.
And then they show, So
yeah, it doesn't say 3D at all, and we know it's going to be in 3D.
Also, where's the snow? Where is it? Is he in Alaska? What is this?
We don't know.
What's going on?
We'd have to find out in May
on?
2013. And this is cool. Marvel is continuing kind of their pattern of kicking off the summer. They're always, since Iron Man 1, they've been the first summer movie to come out.
They're just going to take all the money.
And
all
I think
the money.
Both the previous Iron Mans came out in May, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and they killed it.
Yeah, they like Iron Man 2, and the Avengers all came out like first official summer movie. So they're doing it again.
Dude, tier 2 with the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
I mean, it's looking hopeful. I mean,
it's looking great.
And Justice League is nowhere to be found yet.
No, it's not. So yeah. We clearly love the trailer.
Yeah,
we're excited to see it.
And we love the trailer so much, and so does apparently Robert Downey Jr., throwing in some more trivia there.
Okay.
Drew Pearce, who co-wrote the movie with Shane Black, apparently he likes him so much that he asked him to write Sherlock Holmes 3.
Whoa.
So how about that's a testament to how good the script must be.
I hope we're not surprising the writer of Sherlock Holmes 2 right now. With the job he's not getting.
I thought he did a really good job.
So yeah, it looks great.
I'm more excited for this than I had been for any of the other movies because of my post-Avengers adrenaline.
Yeah. Marvel, yet again, is handling this absolutely perfectly, and they will have their day again with the Avengers 2, I think. David?
Yeah.
Well, you love the Avengers. You're in for all.
They're gonna take my money, your money, everyone's money. Just give
you're
money.
gonna give it to them.
Yeah.
They're not gonna take it.
Take my money now.
I'll pay full price ticket.
Stan Lee isn't gonna come around and be like, "Hello, Spider friend, give me your wallet." I don't think. I'd be pretty.
And if he does, just don't. It's not him. It's just some other old guy.
Yeah, Stan wouldn't do that. David. Why would you say Stan would do that?
Fans.
You're so mean. Anyway, we want to know what you think, so please comment below. We'll be commenting back. And as always, thank you for watching.
Unless it's like, you're mean.
Yeah, no, we'll comment back to if it'll add something.
Yeah.
So, I'm Ryan.
Andrew.
David.
Thank you for watching.